I'm asking questions. Everything I've been is ask you a question based on facts.
Well, we have responses. We have responses to your questions.
I'm just asking.
We have responses to your questions. For instance, like the exploitation. That shirt that he made, some child somewhere probably was paid 10 cents to make it, and he bought it for $5 or $6. Is that right? Is that fair? Is that the right way we should be doing things? Exploiting children to build our products so it's cheaper for us.
We are not exploiting children.
Yes, we are.
I'm not exploiting children.
Well, the system is exploiting
my
children.
family's not exploiting children.
But wait a minute,
none of my friends are exploiting children.
But when you're buying products that are made by children cheaply, and they're not being paid a fair wage, is that not exploitation? Of course it is. You're not seeing the reality. You're not seeing the reality. But you know that these products come from...
Where are these children working for 10 cents an hour? What countries? Tell me where.
Indonesia, China, there's India.
And what control do we have over what they're building over there?
Well, we don't. We're forced into an exploitative
Look at what China's selling to us.
But we're
look at what our government protects China. When China sells us poison dog
that's all
food,
wrong.
When China sold us poison dog food, were you out there protesting China? Did our government do anything to prosecute any of those companies?
I've been protesting everything that's wrong fundamentally with our world, and that's the point you're not getting to. There's a fundamental
focus on everything, guy. As long as this is by choice and the free market, if you ask for any subsidies like the taxpayer, if you're as a taxpayer, if you're asking me to subsidize any of this,
there is no government.
The answer is no. No.
Well, would you subsidize a vertical farm that would produce permanent free food supply for the population?
Don't need to. If it
we
works,
don't need food.
The government. If it works, the private enterprise, the private market will use that, and they will sell you that food, and they will sell it to you at a good price.
Everything should be privatized. Everything should be privatized.
Yes. In fact,
you wouldn't sell it.
Yes.
It'd be just providing it.
Schools were privatized. Think about this, guys. I want to point out just a couple examples.
What would they be teaching you?
I want to point out a couple of examples. I want to point out a couple of real world examples to make my point. Private schools versus public schools. Should everything be privatized? Public schools are more expensive. They produce a crappier product, a much higher dropout rate than private schools. But private schools are cheaper. Should schools be privatized? Should we go to
everything be based on just that it's cheaper?
Another example.
Should everything be done just
of
because
private economy versus public economy.
Should we destroy the environment because it's cheaper? No, and let me ask you
the Postal Service versus UPS and FedEx. UPS and FedEx provide a better product cheaper.
Should we destroy the environment because it's cheaper?
Should be privatized? Yes.
Doesn't understand.
Can you answer the question, sir?
Should
we destroy the environment because it's cheaper?
That's a good question, isn't it?
It's a false choice.
No,
it's a false choice.
It's not a false choice.
By the economy growing, it's only in a prosperous economy that you have the money to do anything to modify cars.
You're trying to say
have the technology
but you're trying to say with money. You're trying to say with money is competition is the only way to have a prosperous society, and that's not true. Cooperation, caring about people, compassion,
free economy,
working together, using
is the only
technology.
way to get the best product at the cheapest price.
That's not the only way.
That's not true. Actually, the free economy is building tons and piles of garbage.
The guy who sold, when you bought those pants in the free economy, was he trying to screw you? Was he taking advantage of you? Was he exploiting you?
Yes, he was. He was taking advantage of the person that built them.
Then don't buy them. You have a choice in the free market. You don't have to support any of them. In the government, when you're asking the government, they're taking money from you.
So you're saying we should stop shopping at Walmart?
You don't have any choice in it.
No, what I'm saying is you don't want to exploit
I prefer the free market to anything government subsidized. But you don't want to exploit people.
But you know that the entire system is built on exploitation.
People will not be exploited. The consumer will not be exploited if they're given a choice.
That's not true.
When they're forced to by the government, guy, name one corporation you're talking about. That exploits people.
Okay, he's asking one corporation that exploits people.
Guys,
every corporation exploits people because they're getting products.
Corporations built your clothes. You live in a house. Corporations built your house. Corporations built your car, your motorcycle. You have a motorhome. They built that. You have a boat.
But where did they get that stuff from?
They're not trying to exploit you. They exploit you by choice. You have a choice whether they exploit you or not. With government, you have no choice. They seize your money without any choice. They put it to the causes they want. You have no say. As a consumer in the free market, you have a say.
He's on his own path. Nobody is talking about the government.
Guys, I'm trying to talk some common sense to you.
You're not.
You're actually one of the only people that disagrees on this level, so.
You're not.
Who's common? Who's common?
Guys, We agree in theory.
What's common sense?
But it doesn't practice. It doesn't work out in real life.
Can I ask you one question? What's common sense when you're one out of maybe 5,000 people that have come by with this idea? Is that common sense? With this idea that free market's going to solve everything and that government doesn't do anything right?
It would if the free market was allowed to perform, if it was allowed to operate.
Then it would continue to exploit.
If there weren't tens of thousands of regulations. If we didn't have the highest corporate tax rate in the world. If we didn't have the EPA destroying businesses, we could if people were allowed.
You obviously just want to talk, so.
I'm just trying to educate you, dude, but listen.
Well, nice try.